Evil.
Hello again, family. My name is Chris. I am your home gamer dad, and welcome back to Resident Evil, the board game. Last time, well, the last two episodes, I should say, Rebecca and Kenneth explored the third floor. They had their fun little adventure going up and down different levels, and then they fought back and defeated the Yawn Snake for good. That has gone out of the game forever, lowered us down to 7, not 6, because apparently my brain didn't know what it was talking about at that point. We are still technically in the yellow for this scenario, but that's not going to stop me from adding in something to this that will definitely have explosive results. I am sure of it. This may be our first loss. I'm just going to put it out there right now, and if it is, then consider this beaten in between episodes, but I'm going to do everything I can in order to make sure that our heroes make it through alive. This is a brand new area to me. We are sticking to the west side of the mansion. It's the last one that is available for us to be able to explore for now. We're going to do this one, and then we're going to head to the east side and start working our way through that expansion. So for this scenario, let's talk about this deep dive of a map inside of the basement. The stench of decay and rotting meat assaults your nostrils. Yet you have more to be concerned about than the sorry state of the mansion's kitchen. A horde of foes lurch unsteadily through the gloom, their low growls threatening and causing your heart to race. The doors ahead seem to be operated by arcanic panels, heavy with rust and grime. They work, but operating one to open a path ahead seems to close another somewhere. You'll have to think carefully about how to proceed. A single fiend you can put down. Isolate yourself in an enclosed space with several, however, and you'll quickly be overcome. Objectives. In this scenario, the characters must investigate the basement. If the item C card for this scenario has been collected and each character is on the exit tile, the players can choose to successfully complete the scenario at any time. If there are any enemies on the exit tile when the scenario is completed, skip step 6 during the end phase. Special rules: pathway doors. This scenario uses unique door cards with a locked and unlocked side. Characters can't perform open or closed door actions on these doors. If a door card shows its unlocked face, it's treated as an archway. At the start of the scenario, shuffle the puzzle cards and deal them face up in a row on the puzzle track. You don't need to shuffle them. It doesn't matter what order they're in because you're seeing them as is anyway. If a puzzle card is face up, each A door with a matching crest is unlocked, and each B door with the matching crest is locked. If a puzzle card is face down, then just the opposite. Each A door with a matching crest is locked, each B door with a matching crest is unlocked. Door panels. A character in the same square as a crest token can spend an action to flip the matching puzzle card. When a card is flipped, adjust the corresponding door cards to lock and unlock as described. Well, this says above because it's in the book, but as I just mentioned. There is a narrative point in this called collapsing ceiling, but when I reach that, I will read it. So we're going to skip that for now. Card decks. Narrative deck. If the players have not already done so during the campaign, shuffle the 1, 2, 3 narrative cards into their narrative deck at the start of the scenario. That has been done already. Item B deck. Put a first aid spray and a grenade into the item B deck. Encounter cards. Shuffle one number 6 encounter card into the encounter deck at the start of this scenario. Now I believe 2 of these are in that deck. There are 2 exploration cards for this map. You don't unlock anything for defeating it. You just get that C item. However, for this particular scenario, I have put in the number 11 encounter card just for this scenario. And as a side note, if you're trying to do this pure solo, during the scenario, the players must control a second main character. Choose this character from the reserve, placing the starting item shown on their card in their inventory. If there are no main characters in reserve, draw from the survivor deck until a main character is found and place that character in reserve, then shuffle the deck. So you need 2 players or 2 characters in order to play and complete the basement. Okay, so it's kind of weird to see where I am right now because this part of the map, basically one of the characters is going to start here and one of the characters is going to start here. Once I move up and around this corner and off of this tile, I'm going to remove this tile from my map because I will never need it again. And I can actually pull things down and adjust it better on camera. This little jut out point, it just makes it for a really annoying starting and it's hard to put it on. But Overall, you're going to notice these like locked door cards here. Some are locked, some are unlocked, as you can see up there for that one. Once you activate a switch within this area, wherever you would find this particular symbol, so it's the moon one, will reverse whatever it is. So up there is moon door A. If I were to push this, I would flip the moon card to its face down side. All the A's would lock and all the B's would unlock. You do not have the option to open and close these doors unless there's, I think, maybe one door in this entire scenario where you do that. Otherwise, one character comes up this way, up that door, and is just kind of running around trying to do what they can. The other character is running around here, hitting switches, trying to lead them to where they need to go. It will make so much more sense as you see me go through it. So why don't we talk about our characters that we're bringing into this? Thematically speaking, we unlocked Jill a few episodes ago. I haven't used her yet, but I believe during that time, Rebecca was the one that's like, oh no, I hear Jill, I have to go help her. So now she somehow heard her through many levels of well, they were going up and down that shaft in 2 episodes ago. So I still think that they went through different levels. So she probably heard Jill. So now she's heading down to the basement in order to help her. And they just happen to be in the same area now. So Rebecca is going to help Jill try to get around and then go from there. We know what Rebecca does. Once per turn, Rebecca can use a healing item without action. And then specialty training, she can use a healing item and heal all characters at an additional level. It's really more for her. She is starting with just a green herb mix, shotgun, flamethrower, and some shotgun shells because this shotgun only has 2 shots in it. Doesn't matter who I switch out or whatever, I always maintain the same number of ammunition for everything. Probably should have given her a handgun too, but she is right near the box, so I'm not too worried about that. And then over here we have Jill Valentine. Finally, we have Jill joining our team. I think I mentioned this in the last one, but I'll just talk about it again because now she is finally here. Somebody asked me why Jill wasn't in my deck to begin with because she is a starting character in the game. The way I run it is that I started this game with Barry and Chris. Those are the only 2 stars members in the mansion. As far as they know, everyone else was dead or lost or not there. So they needed to find their team as they went along in order to grow their numbers and hopefully get out of the mansion alive. It just took us that long to finally find Jill. And now Rebecca is going to go down to the basement in order to rescue her. Jill has Master of Unlocking. Jill can unlock a door if another character has the required key in their inventory. That's not going to matter whatsoever right now. Fighting Spirit. When an encounter card with the star symbol is drawn, Jill and each other character in her tile heal 1 level. That might help because she is going to be on her own running around trying to just get to Rebecca. Gave her a handgun, gave her the assault shotgun with some ammo, gave her the grenade launcher with incendiary rounds, and then another round of grenade rounds. Should she happen to use that, she has the lighter, she has the first aid spray, she has all the hopes and prayers in order to be able to get through this. I then also, I'm just gonna move that over a little bit, in the encounter deck, in the top half of the encounter. So I took it off and then I shuffled the number 11 encounter card into it and put it back. So that special encounter card that I put in there, we're gonna see it and it's gonna be fun. And this is gonna be the only time you see it in this particular game, but it's gonna make this challenge even more. As far as the puzzle go, here are your puzzle cards. They're all face up right now. So that means all the corresponding A doors are open, all the corresponding B doors are shut. So if Rebecca were to push the moon thing, this would flip over, yep, like that. And then all the corresponding B doors would be unlocked and the A doors would be locked. Get it? Got it? Good. Let's get them over to the map and start exploring the basement. All right, Rebecca's gonna start right up here. Jill is right here. There actually is a corpse there that I forgot to put in. So let's just put that in right now. And ultimately speaking, I need to get the moon door open so this way Jill can get out of here. To get the moon door open, I need the sun door open. In order to get the sun door, I gotta go up in there. So literally for Rebecca's first turn, she's gotta walk into a room with a triple pull. Anything up here with Rebecca does not affect Jill because they are not linked. There's a door up over there that you can't see right now, but you will once I move everything down. That is technically a one-way door. I have to have Jill go all the way up and around and unlock that for Rebecca to get in, and that's going to be like at the end of the scenario. So For right now, we will go 1, and I will enter in for 2. I just kind of want to pull the Band-Aid off right now and just pull this and see what's there. It's going to have to be done at some point, so we got 3 pulls going on. Spawn a corpse. It's fine. After resolving all encounter cards on this card, okay, so I immediately lose my turn after that. This is something new that was added in. All encounter cards from this card, the active player immediately ends. After resolving all encounter cards drawn with this card, so I got 1 more to draw up. Jeez. And a Cerberus. Okay, so my turn immediately ends, but a Cerberus is added to the mix. Oh, man. All right, well, that's going to be a thing. Seriously, with all the cards on this map, it's very hard to see where some of the biohazard symbols are, but this one is like right there in front of me. So that's bad because now the enemy's going to take a turn. So the dog's just going to run right up onto Rebecca. He doesn't have that long range attack on him, but he's right there on top of her for the next turn. Starting off strong, things going bad, all clear. I'm actually going to leave this off. Well, you know, no, I'll leave it right here. It's best to have the discard pile in front of us. I know I have those cards that I put the tokens on, and I'll figure out another way to show that off as we play. But for right now, that's just going to stay right there. Bring in my handy dandy button that I barely ever use, but I do like it anyway. We had just finished Rebecca's turn, and now it is Jill. Jill finally gets some action. All right, so she has 2 zombies she has to deal with, and I think the first thing she's going to do is she's just going to fire 3 handgun bullets straight up. If she's lucky, she can push him back 1 and get this guy in, and then just run up and fire at them with the, the shotgun. 3 shots of the handgun, hopefully set them up and knock them down. All right, well, I do get the push, which is what I was looking for. So a rapid fire of 3 shots just pushes this up. You go this way. That was action 1, 2, 3. Well, you know what? I could just stay right there. I do want to start moving things down. Well, I'll shoot him. I'll shoot him with the shotgun. I have the assault shotgun right now in order to fire at them. Don't ask me how she found the shotgun. We're just going to pretend that she's always had it. She's resourceful. She knows where she's going around this area. Well, she's able to find things at least. Unlocking all the more power. Oh, goodness, that would have been awful. We had a complete miss, but then we had a burst shot, which does 1 damage to the entire square. That is really, really awesome. Because then with the shotgun at long range, because why not, boom, straight up, bah, blows them both away. It also decapitates them because that is the power of the assault shotgun. From range was able to do that. So that was 2 shots, 3, 4, moving on up, and then I can start moving this down so you can see it a little bit better. All right, end of Jill's turn. Cornered, locate the closest tile with the active character where there are enemies but no characters, remove the enemies. So that dog, dog jumps through the wall. We don't like you. He just jumps through there. Oh my goodness. The closest biohazard symbol. I'm sorry. So you're actually, hold on. Okay, I'm behind you now. I win. You can't even see me because I'm off camera, but I'm way back down over this way. That didn't make any sense, but whatever. That's what those cards do. They give you all types of weirdness. However, Rebecca has just completely lucked out now because she is safe where she is, and now she can start opening doors. Well, at least for the most part. 1, 2, 3, and then we do a single pull for her here. All right, we got spawn a corpse. I forgot to put a corpse in the last time. At the end of the active character's tension phase, replace each corpse on this tile with a zombie. Boo! So I guess technically this corpse would have spawned first and the dog would have been up here, but then it would have ran there, but then it ran into Jill's room, so that's kind of whatever. As far as here goes, the biohazard symbol's right there and on the sun, but that's okay. We're just going to drop that in there, and that is fine. I don't have the lighter or anything to burn it, but I do have a flamethrower for later. It was 1, 2, 3, 4. We will stand on the sun symbol, and that is going to be the end of her turn. It is at the end of the tension phase, but I know I'm going to forget anyway, so why don't we just do this, but know that he doesn't move because it would be after the tension phase. So deal with that. That's a next turn problem. All right, so now we'll finish our tension phase with Reanimated. Oh, okay. So it did it anyway. Locate the closest to the active character. Remove and spawn a zombie. Okay, so regardless, it worked. and that was the only corpse in that area, so both the cards said that that was going to happen. Now, Jill has that dog behind her, but she can kind of outrun it for right now. I don't really want to deal with it. I want to just get past. What I do need to do is I need to go 1, and we'll just roll this here, 3, so that's fine. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, getting out that way, and the dog is going to react. 1, 2, chasing her down. But again, I just want to move her up closer and then deal with everything else later. So, huzzah. All right, what you got? Yep, there we go. Smashed asunder. All right, we are in the teeth because exactly what it is. Replace the closest non-locked door with an archway, then remove this card from... Well, there is really none. Everything is locked. However, spawn a zombie in one of the squares containing the archway. Does this even function? Because in this particular scenario, all doors are technically locked or they are archways. Like what Jill is standing in front of is already an archway. So I'm going to say nothing happens, but got to remember that that has this symbol on it, so the zombie will actually take an attack if he gets close enough. All right, Rebecca's turn. I really don't want to give him the opportunity, but I do need to do the thing. So action 1, we go ahead and push the sun. That means the sun card flips down, and any card with the word sun on it switches. So B here flips over to unlocked, and that opens up as well. There are no more sun here on these maps, but we got to remember that as things start spawning in other areas, that does affect. All right, so she still has 3 more actions. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1. I'm going to burn that zombie for 2. Rebecca has 4 kerosene, so she has enough to be able to reload it. I'm just going to be fine and dandy with making sure everything, all beautiful, everything about her is... Well, I rolled 3. I should have only rolled 2, but it doesn't matter. I would have rolled at least one of these anyway, and that would have burned the zombie. Okay, whatever. We burned the zombie. Boom, 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 boom. That guy is out of here. He doesn't leave a corpse. But as I was saying, Rebecca has 4 kerosene. That's, was that 3, 6, 9, 12 added back to the flamethrower. She should be fine in order to survive that for the remainder of this scenario. And we'll move back in here for 4, right? Because it was push button. 2, burn, 4, there we go, because now we got to head down into the moon to unlock that door for Jill. All right, flip, overrun. Oh gosh, each time an enemy is killed or a corpse is removed by using kerosene token, discard a token from this card. If it's still in, well actually no, it's pretty good having this early. How many do I have to put on this? 3 wound tokens. Oh, that's easy. I only have to really kill 3 things. Okay, perfect. I have it off to the side, off camera. Normally I would have put it up here so we can all kind of follow it together, but I don't have the space right now to do that. So Jill will go ahead and start that up, hopefully, by taking 1, 2, 3 shots at the dog, and if she gets rid of it, then that's 1 less token. All right, action 1, Jill takes 3 shots against the dog. She does hit it twice and knock it backwards. I'd rather just kill it, but, you know, that's fine. We're going to move it just backwards off the map, give him a little more space between Jill and her, that. But action number 2, we're just going to walk in here and do this pull, and then we'll figure out how we want to handle the situation. All right, 2 cards pulled for Jill. First one is spawn 2 corpses. Thank goodness I have the lighter. And then we have spawn snakes. So 1 thing of snakes. That's actually really good as well. That's handgun fodder of sorts. All right, so boom, boom, and then the snake is right there as well. Oh man, I wish Jill had the flamethrower in this situation. All right, so let's just go ahead. I shot for 1, I moved for 2, so I have 2 actions left. Let's go ahead and fire at this snake, and once I fire, the dog will put itself back up here in range of my handgun. All right, let's see if we can get lucky here. First things first, the snakes, there we go. We do kill them. So that's 1 enemy defeated, hooray. Then again, that dog moves up. So we're gonna go ahead and take 3 more shots at the dog. I just figure I'd use the handgun now and save my big stuff for later. And once again, just push it away. That's all right. That dog is just staying behind us. All right, so we know that these snakes have been eliminated. That's fine. And then the next action, she turned and fired again, and the dog went off screen. Still alive, but it's down there. That is the end of her turn. The dog runs back up again. I do believe she will burn that corpse in front of her at the beginning of her next turn. So we'll take 1 off from Overrun in order to get rid of that. Draw. Gunshots in the distance. Draw cards until encounter card, spawn an entry, and then get rid of it. Well, this doesn't go in the discard pile because this is from Director's Cut, so that's a one-time use thing. And so the next actual encounter, spawn a zombie in the active area square. That goes in the discard pile, so we don't have to deal with that. Would have rather have been a Hunter or Lisa Trevor, but hey, that's the thing. Moving over to Rebecca to hopefully get a little bit closer to open that door. I think maybe I'm also going to stop at the item box down there to pick her up a lighter. 1, roll. That's a 5. Okay, good. 2, 3, 4. That is open. I just want to open the door for Jill first, and then I'll go get the lighter and start igniting things. Plus, there's a double pull here for her next turn. Telling you, once I pull that thing, this is going to be a completely different game. Sinister Echoes. Yeah, let's get rid of all this stuff right now. Place this card next to the attention deck with 4 wound tokens. If a character makes an attack while this is in play, draw from the encounter deck. Okay, so remember, burning zombies is not an attack. It's just using your kerosene. It's 4, and 1 goes away at the end of turn. So really, there's only going to be 3 on this because it's the end of Rebecca's turn. Okay, so action number 1, Jill is going to go ahead and use her lighter right here in order to burn this one. So that will take care of this corpse that is out of here. That, again, also gets rid of 1 from Overrun. That's action 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up here. The idea is to not shoot, you know, because that dog will, well, I'll have to draw an encounter card. So that's going to be the end of that. Take another one off of Sinister Echoes. We only have 2 left on that, which is good. Wow. Okay. It looks like I'm not burning that one then, because for the rest of this scenario, this area is waterlogged. This technically comes off of it's not put here. It's next to it. Still, oh boy. All right, so I'm just going to put flooded here as a reminder that this area is flooded for this. I forgot to the dog because he's going to run at me. So I'm not going to burn this one because I can't. I'm just going to wait, and hopefully Rebecca will be able to open this up. Well, she should be able to open up this turn. In fact, it is her turn right now. So let's go ahead and step in for 1 and pull 2. Okay. Yeah. Discard without effect. Sweet. Whoop. After resolving all small entries on this card, replace the closest corpse. Oh no! Oh no, that's right outside the door. Oh no, that's literally right here. And remember, so long as doors are open, get back here. It's all linked, so Rebecca is gonna have to deal with this thing. But remember, with the Crimson Heads, when you move, they move. So I moved 1. We're gonna move 2, which means he's gonna move here. Oh man, I have to open that door for Jill. Maybe she can wait a turn. She's gonna have to wait a turn. Rebecca's gonna have to turn around and lob a grenade at this thing. Crimson Heads have 2 health. I have the incendiary grenades on this, so as long as I roll something, okay, good. That's 3 damage, and at least that kills it. So hooray for that. I'm gonna have to draw an encounter card. Oh no, because I attacked the Crimson Head. You know what? We're gonna say no to that. I'm gonna take that action back. I'm not gonna use that grenade. I'm gonna put it back. Walked in for 1, walked in for 2, walked in for 3. The Crimson Head's right here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and for my 4th action, click the moon. In order to switch all that around. So what that means, this spot right here technically is now closed. So that's going to flip that over, and that's just going to go slam shut. Boom. So I would need to push the moon again in order to get in there in order to activate the star. But now this moon over here, because that's moon B, flips over and is now open. You can't open and close these on your own. You got to have your partner down there do it for you. Yeah, okay. And then the Crimson Head is going to take their reaction, so they are going to move ahead 1. Actually, no, they have a hang on, let me look at that. No, he would have done his special attack if he was in my space, but he is not. He's still just moving forward. Still good, though, because now Rebecca can shoot him on the next turn and then pick up an A item and just kind of wait on Jill a little bit. All right, here we go. It's not all clear. It's not. I'm sorry. I got to flip that over as well. Forgot that moon was down. Okay, so. Yeah. See, I love that. So much fun. I said Rebecca with the grenade launcher. I was on Jill. She wouldn't have used the grenade launcher anyway. This will work out better because Rebecca can use the flamethrower on that thing next turn. Does not matter. We did take one away from Sinister Echoes, which is fine. And then at the end of Jill's turn, that will go away as well. I got really confused there for a moment. No biggie. We're ready for Jill. Because Jill is going to go 1, 2. She's going to test this out here. It's a 2 and a 3. And I'm not going to move her through the door yet because we know how dangerous that is sometimes. So I'd rather have a full set of actions before going through. Doggo is right here, just in hot pursuit. Sinister Echoes has finished, so we can toss that. Well, no, that's another one because it's in the director's thing. Only ever appears once per game should I need to reshuffle the deck. So that's out of this scenario. No escape. Open the closest long locked door, blah, 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 blah. Enemies on the 2 tiles connected by the door perform a reaction. Once again, basement kind of throws all this off because I can't open and close doors naturally, and they're all very much locked. So other than this symbol being here, I'm going to say that is it. Rebecca can actually now fight the Crimson Head with the flamethrower. Haha, we're using the right things here. And burninate it down. All right, first attack from the flamethrower does 1 damage. Action number 2 does a 2nd damage. So it took 2 actions and 2 shots, but I was able to take it out. Oh my God, there he is. Get him, get him, get him, get him. Burn, burn, burn. Go away, Crimson Head. Ugh. All right, so that was 1, 2, 3, and I'm actually going to pick up this A item for 4. She has 1 space, and she can always, she has 2 spaces, and she can always head on over to the item box in order to switch things around. Again, just to make sure that she doesn't get any more bad guys, we might just go and get a lighter. Especially because now we have a kerosene container where she is. So that is the end of it. There are 3 kerosene tokens on that spot. Very helpful too, because if I start reloading the flamethrower, I can run back and pick those up, refill her kerosene, and then she's really in a good position. The flamethrower is possibly one of the best weapons in this game, in Resident Evil, the board game. Don't let anybody else tell you differently because, man, it has saved me numerous times. Now then, Jill's turn, and because she's here, she's going to be the one that does all the exploring. And in she goes. Exploration card number 1. All right, 1 of 2. This one you're going to have to kind of imagine oriented straight up with Moonbee being on the bottom and Windbee being on top. As you can see, there's no doors. It's all archways except for the doors that have to open and shut. So Rebecca now has to find a way to open up that wind door to get Jill into the next area. The thing is, as you can see, you got a 1 pull here, 3, and even though the room is yellow, it is an orange 2 pull, so got to watch that. Another 3, and then a narrative event as soon as she walks in. I did mention that during the read-through, but that we're going to have to figure out right now. All right, I did my best in order to try to get it all. There's still a lot down here, so like Mr. Dog is going to run up to this spot at the next turn. I do plan on locking this with Rebecca on the next, as soon as I'm done here anyway, so Doggo and this corpse are just going to be gone forever, or at least for a while. However, what I need to do now, I do want to grab that A item, is grab this and see what we have to pull. I only need 1 more in order to get rid of that overrun, and trust me, I got plenty of time to do that. Locate the closest tile to the active character that contains 1 or more enemies and at least 1 more non-locked door. Again, everything with doors. Everything with doors in this I don't think really matters. You're just kind of opening and shutting them yourself because of that. So, cool, fine. For right now, we're okay. All right, action 1 was to move in. Action 2 is going to be move here. 3 is going to take A, and then 4 is going to move back. Let's see what this A item is. A green herb. You know what? That's going to be really nice. I don't know what's going to be coming up, and she may need some healing because she does have a first aid spray, but anything extra is not a bad thing at all. That's going to end her turn. I told you the dog's going to move, so we'll do that. Flickering Lights. Place this card next to the active character's tile. Remains in play for the rest of the scenario. Anyone that makes a successful attack has to re-roll. Well, I'm getting off of this tile anyway, so. It would go right here. I'll just leave it there for the heck of it. Again, dog boop is right there on the flooded tile. He's running through all the water. And there we go. Over to Rebecca, who's going to go 1, tick, tick for 2, 3, and 4, just to kind of put everything back the way it was. Because I need to get in there to the star anyway. So we're going to go ahead and turn this over and open this moon door. And now Jill is permanently stuck in this room. Flip that over. Oh, everything's kind of off center here. Let me move that over. There we go. That looks better. And this one is closed now too. I will have to rearrange all this. There we are. Okay. I get confused sometimes where things go, but that's okay. There we are. Now, that's going to end Rebecca's turn. I hate that Jill is so close to a triple pull. All clear. But now that dog is just completely gone. I did hit this, so we're going to go there. I do need to also make her way over to the star room in order to get Jill out of there. So it is Jill's turn. Jill's going to go 1, and then for the second action, she's going to burn this corpse in front of her using one of her kerosenes. So that will be taking that out then, which is good. Also, that will get rid of Overrun. So Overrun is out of the game now, which is fine. Do I go into here, pull, and then maybe run away? Yeah, I think maybe we try to do that. God, just, you gotta rip off the Band-Aid at time. I can't make any attacks from here, but if I can kind of run up and around and get away from things, I'll be fine. It's gonna happen anyway, so. Action number 3, I do have 1 action, but we do have 3 encounter cards to pull. And the more I pull, the more nervous I get. First off, oh, there it is. There it is. Oh boy. Okay. Zombie Forest Spears. This right here is the explosive zombie that I was worried about. I didn't know what side he was going to show up on. He'll be chasing Jill this entire time. I will talk to you about him in a moment, but first let's continue on. Watch Lisa come up. Yellow unexplored tile on this. Fantastic. I don't plan on coming back here anyway. And a web spinner. Oh, that's even better. Oh, that's great. A web spinner. Why not? Maybe he was locked in here because he was too dangerous. Maybe he died down here. We don't know, but Forest Spears, whatever his name is, in the original did die. He did kind of come back. You found a grenade launcher there with him with Jill, and I think you just kind of saw him with Chris. But yeah, he did become a zombie within the game. I'm just going to put the web spinner up here anyway. I'm not happy about that, but it is there. Basically, with Forrest here, he is packed with explosive. Threat level 9, moves 2 spaces, 1 health. If this enemy is killed, the current scenario immediately ends in failure. That's what I was talking about. And I got to watch myself with him because I can't kill him, but he is going to be on me the entire time because he is unrelenting. This enemy ignores closed locked doors when moving and determining linked tiles. He's not super strong. He's only going to do 1 damage apiece, and I can still push him around, but I can't shoot him at all. Unfortunately, in this situation, our actual character of Forrest, I have taken out of the reserve, so we won't ever be able to save him, but now we got to deal with this guy for the rest of the scenario. And this thing also has a yellow counter on it, and I think I may just stay right there. I think I'm going to end Jill's turn. Forrest is going to walk on top of me. He's not going to attack because he doesn't have range. Let me just check. Hold on. No, his specialty is like that pizza pie one with all the lines in it, the one with the X's that are in it. So he walks on me, you skitter over 2, and then on Jill's next turn, I'm going to be doing a lot of dodging. I'm going to have to dodge past him, get up to the web spinner, kill it, and then get out of here. I could also attempt to dodge it, but Jill has only a 2 dodge. I'm also not going to do the spiderlings because I really think that's a silly thing to do because I've played the games a ton of times. Rarely have I ever seen the spiderlings, and rarely do they ever do anything to me that's anything other than just be there. I know they're supposed to be annoying and all that stuff, but no, we're good. I'm good. No, it is not all clear. It is actually quite dangerous. But it's also better this way because I'd rather Forrest run around chasing Jill instead of Rebecca, because Rebecca has a much smaller area that she has to explore. Rebecca does need to get up here. There is the box that's right down there, but I'm not going to grab that yet. 1, 2, get back here. You know what? Let me go grab the lighter. So 1, 2, 3, and then you can't see it, but the box is right down over here. She will activate the item box. I'm not even going to put up the graphic. You guys know that you're in the box already. She just took out the lighter from there. I have 2 lighters, so Jill has 1. Rebecca has another. I don't think Jill has access to a box at all. It's all with Rebecca, but she's going to be reloading and doing other stuff, so she'll find other ways to use her items. She needs to, because she's a survivor right now. So that's going to be the end of Rebecca's turn. We'll jump back over here. We'll draw Shattering Glass, draw an additional tension card, and spawn a Cerberus in the active character's tile. All right, see, so Rebecca will have to deal with it. All clear. So a Cerberus is also in the room with her, so she'll deal with that next turn. Puppy, puppy, woof, woof, guys. I had to jump in right there with her. All right, so Jill has some choices to make. All right, here we go. Should be dodging her way through all this. So simple dodge, which she fails. Fantastic. All right, so Forrest does take a bite out of her. Ouch. And she pushes him into this room. So if he stays behind her, that's fine. That wasn't damage. She just pushed him away. So that was 1 action. 2, 3, and then she is just going to pump a grenade right into this thing. That will cause Forrest to move 2, and will be on her again, but that's okay. So she does take that 1 damage. Thank goodness for that green herb in order to be able to help her. Now we'll go ahead and take a grenade and fire at the web spinner. He has, I just want to look again, 3 health. Oh no. Please kill it. Please kill it. Please kill it. Yes. Sweet, yes, fantastic. That is the 3 hit for it. And the web spinner goes kablooey, away it goes. Big old explosion right there. Boom, 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 go away, yucky spider thing. Ugh, but Forrest does move 2 as well. And that's going to be the end of Jill's turn. Forrest, once again, right on top of her. And yeah, this is going to be what it's like the entire time. So let's get used to this. I might be using that first aid space sooner than I think. Place this card next to the tension net with a wound token on. While this card is in play, Virulent Blood. Always use that symbol. And again, his special ability is the pizza pie, not the X. Each time an enemy is killed, discard a token and 6 wounds. All right, so remember that. 6 enemies. Let's go ahead and deal with the first one right now, spinning Rebecca around and using her flamethrower against the dog right there. This is again, all still flooded over here, but that's on the other side of the wall. None of that is connected. Nice healthy blast of burn for the dog. There it is. Yeah, goodbye puppy, away you go. And 1 away from Virulent Blood, or Virulent, whatever it is. Virus is bad, but you burn and you're gone away. That's fine. So did that, removed 1 from the blood, the V blood. So I was action 1, action 2, action 3. You know what, action 4. We're going to use another one. We're going to use 1 of her kerosene tokens now that we have the lighter in order to ignite that guy and take that away. It says only when an enemy is killed, so that doesn't count, but I just don't want this there in front of that door as I go in and out of here. Plus, I got to pull something else. So with Forrest already pulled, I'm not too worried about that anymore. Jill, on the other hand, is going to have to worry. It will be her turn next after we see mission update. Sure, Rebecca, let's draw a mission card. There's really nothing good for these missions now. I got to figure out how to put more into this deck. Look how small this is. And I still have like a bunch of cards here that should be able to go into it. I'm going to have to look into that and try to figure out what I want to do with it. But you're alive. Draw cards until this character finds 4 or more magnifying glasses or abandons the mission. If this character draws 4 or more, return a character that has been removed from play to the reserve. If no characters have been removed from game, shuffle this card back. So technically nothing has been removed yet. But after this, technically Forrest is going to be dead. Maybe he found a way to cure himself. That would be an interesting thing. I don't know. It doesn't make sense narratively in the world of Resident Evil, but hey, it is what it is. All right, what are you? Above and Beyond. Draw cards until the character finds 3 or more magnifying glasses. If the character finds more, blah, 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 blah. We face a profile with the advanced version. Okay, maybe we'll get an advanced Jill already. You know what? it does say this character is going to go, would advance. So why don't we try to go for advanced Brad right here. Let's bring on over this. I'm glad we pulled Explosive Forest right now in order to not have to worry about him messing this up or whatever. So we draw until we can find 3 or more magnifying glasses. Well, he is taking 2 damage right now. That's out of 5. So 1, 2, okay. Oh no. Remember, 5 is pretty much dead. Got those hunters out of here at least. We ignore that, so that's gone. That's 1. I'm not changing missions. Don't care. Not changing missions. That's silly. I refuse to do that. That's 2, and we need 1 more, and 3. All right, we are done. All of this goes into the discard pile. Hooray, we have went above and beyond, which Brad does all the time. I literally just had the Advanced Brad card in my hand, and I was going to show you guys it. Now, it kind of turns him from reserve only to a playable character. So maybe, just maybe, Brad is going to start showing up in the games, but he's still much better off in reserve. Once I find the Brad reserve card, I'll put it on the screen right now just so you guys can see it. No idea where it is, but I am not going to take the time right now to hunt for it. Once I start cleaning up later, I will. But know that Brad has advanced, has leveled up of sorts, and he is even more awesome than what he was. And these will heal at the end of the scenario. So all of this goes back. All right, that was Rebecca. It's now on to Jill. Jill needs to get out of Forced Grasp and move forward. All right, so any small dodge will actually get us out of that, so that's good right there. So 1, 2, 3. Man, do I just wait until the next turn? I don't really want to wait too much longer because he could come and get me. I'm missing a door up there. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Much better. Put that up there. Yeah, I really don't want to do anything else because as soon as I walk on in, that's going to trigger. Anything that spawns from it is just going to be in that room. He does move 2, and I don't want to move back into here because, well, to be honest with you, this is the least of my worries. So I think Jill's going to end her turn. Forrest is going to lurch forward too. He's just going to give chase with her the entire time. And then on her next turn, she will go ahead and go from there. Keeper's Diary. Ah, great. So the next time anybody makes any type of search action, I have to draw an encounter card. Fantastic. All right. Rebecca goes, and again, I need to get her to that star in order to unlock the next room for Jill. And we'll just plop that over here. That's no problem. Now over to Rebecca. We go 1, 2 into this room, and we go ahead and do 1 pull for her. It'll actually go on the space with the typewriter. So locate the closest tile to the active character that contains 1 or more enemies and at least 1 non-locked door. Open every locked door. Can't do it. Can't open doors. Can't open doors in this scenario. 1 and 2. Tick, tick, click, click, because she was here. She was here. 1, 2, 3. Push the star. That then flips this over, so now all A's are locked and B's are unlocked, which is the only one here. Boom, because I need to do this in order to get in there in order to hit the wind one, which is what Jill needs in order to progress, because her wind side is currently locked. And then I just basically need to stay in there, push the button again, and redo it, and then Rebecca can go and just wait by the door until Jill gets there. All clear. All right. Now Jill goes. We got a few different things that we're going to be doing right now for Jill. First, we're going to walk in and we have a narrative token that we need to read. In addition to that, we have 2 polls. So let's do the narrative token first and then we do the polls. Collapsing Ceiling. The first time a character is placed in the same square as a narrative token, discard the token and read the following event description aloud. Loud footsteps have persistently dogged your journey through the cold corridors and rooms. They come not from your surroundings, however, but overhead, accompanied by ominous creaking. You'd hope to escape before anything more came of them. But you won't be so lucky. The ceiling suddenly falls in with a loud, splintering sound, and a horde of fiends crashes down all around you. Replace all unexplored tokens for the tiles currently in play. So basically, the roof came down, and because we're in the basement, everything that happened up top in the other levels just went right down into here. So every single unexplored token that we had found already goes back into play. This is honestly why I wasn't really, quote, worried about not seeing Forrest, because as you can see down here with Rebecca, we have all of this now that we have to go through. It's not going to be as simple as you think. Now, a double would actually go here instead of a single, but I'm going to just make it a triple. I'm not going to go this way at all, but it's still a thing. And then this was a single there, and technically this was already here. We haven't resolved this one yet, so we're doing that now, and then we don't have to worry about that again. Yeah, you thought we were safe by clearing all that out? Nope, they just basically reset itself. Draw a Cerberus, which will go right in front of Jill, and oh, safe room. Ignore the effects of other enemy cards with the cards and shuffle this back. Place this card next to the tile for the rest of the scenario. All right, cool. So I have just found a safe room. We don't have to worry about this dog. Okay, that was a lot that literally just happened on her first move. But the good thing is that I don't have to worry about any other enemies popping in here. That was action 1, 2, 3, 4. And if we go in there for a triple pull. But after that, Forrest lurches himself in and continuously hunts her down as she goes along. This is literally a run as fast as you can mission in order to get everybody. Crimson Rage! Remove the closest corpse and turn it into a Crimson Head. All right, so there's actually a corpse that I can do that with her, and it's behind a door, so as long as I don't push the moon, then I'm fine, and I don't think I'm going to need to. So with that said, Rebecca, she's going to have to pull. So all the way down here, this particular corpse is going to turn into a Crimson Head. He is behind that door. But if I ever hit the moon, that'll open and everything is connected. So she'll kind of, that'll be a thing. I hit the star already. So I have to get up to the wind room. I got to come back here too and hit the... No, I don't have to come back into this room unless I need to save, but I think I'll be okay. 1, 2, I'm going to pull 3 more. Oh no. At least she's got plenty of ammo, but still. Spawn a zombie, easy to deal with. After spawning all entries, replace the closest corpse with a Crimson Head. There's actually no more, well, no, there is one corpse. There is one corpse way back in where Jill started, so we're going to replace that one with a Crimson Head, and it's one less corpse I got to worry about. And 2 snakes. So really a zombie and 2 snakes. That could have been way worse. So the zombie's going to go here, and the snake would go here and actually on her spot as well. Yeah, because that's it. She's on the other biohazard symbol right there. I'm actually going to use my last 2 movement to go 1, 2 over here into this corner, because as of right now, Virulent Blood is still in play, and if they do their attack, which has a range of 1, it could poison her. So with that said, that's going to end her turn. The snakes are going to get 2 movements. We'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, and the zombie gets 1 movement right there. I can then start dealing with the snakes. I can run past the snakes technically, and then get away from them on her next turn. That's the good thing about the snakes, is that you can just kind of run past them, no problem. Tragic Echoes. Locate the closest zombie to the active character and put an A item underneath. Oh, cool. So I was going to kill that zombie anyway. So fantastic. He is apparently holding an item. I love it. Jill's going to have to pull 3. She's going to move in for 1, pull the 3, and then have to deal with anything that's within the room. That'll spawn here or, yep, right over there. While she waits for Rebecca to finally get up and deal with that wind crest. And remember, every shot that she takes, Forrest gets closer. A zombie for 1. A zombie and attention card. All clear. That's 2 zombies. And a hunter, there it is. There it is. There it is. All right, zombie, hunter, which I guess it could have been worse. It could have been Lisa. Yeah, all right, so that was 1. We're going to bring Forrest to us, but I need to get rid of everything in this room and then just kind of dodge around him the best I can. So firing a grenade launcher right here. Hunters have 3 health. Zombies don't have anything, so that'll be a thing. All right, Boom, shakalaka. That does knock the hunter and the zombie out of commission. That other zombie does lurch closer to me, as does Forrest. I think what I'm going to do, all right, so we know that I moved in for 1, that's for sure. We did a grenade launcher and kaboom! Did 3 damage to everything in that square, so both of these guys are gone. That's great, because that's 2 off of the virulent blood, or whatever you want to call it. You moved forward, you moved 2. 1, shoot for 2. I'm going to go here for 3, turn, and fire, yeah, we're going to fire the assault shotgun right at this guy. It may seem like overkill, but I'd rather get rid of him and then, like I said, just run around, there we go, run around Forrest for the remainder of it. Because Forrest is going to walk into my, my spot now. So 1 quick shotgun blast to the head, boom, decapitated and gone. Another one off of virulent blood, so no one's doing their super attacks. And that's going to be the end of her turn. That's for the reaction from the shotgun. That's for him just moving on to the space. And it's just going to be ring around the rosy for Jill and him until Rebecca finally opens that door. Supply cache. Place this card next to the attention deck with 5 wounds toggle. Kill an enemy or burn a corpse, removing 1. Once it's done, everyone draws something from the A deck. So I'll put 5 on this and we'll hold on to that and see what we get. But now it is Rebecca's turn and she has snakes and zombies to deal with. So really, her 3 turns are going to be burn, snake moves in. Burn, zombie would have moved 2. Burn, and then she can start walking her way up. I took 3 off of her flamethrower, so we'll see if I need the 4th, I can do the 4th. So first shot, all right, so that kills the first snake. Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. That kills the second snake, and now here comes the zombie. Zombie would be in the spot right in front, and oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, everyone goes, hey, that flamethrower, best weapon ever. So I'm not going to do the graphics, it's going to win too much, but burn that snake, gone. Snake moves in, zombie walks forward. Burn that snake, gone. Zombie moves in, burn that zombie, gone. Oh, and then action number 4, hooray. Virulent blood has been completed, so that is fantastic. 3 out of 5 tokens gone from the supply cache. And unfortunately, we are at 3 right now for the flamethrower, but I can re-heal, use some of her stuff. I know I wanted to go back into that moon room in order to like grab kerosene, but might not be worth it. Might not be worth it. Huh, all clear. I've been wondering what these are. We've been getting a lot of like actual things. All right. Got a good one right there. So action number 1 for Jill. She doesn't have any space in her inventory, so I'm not even going to pick up the B item, which could be a grenade or a, first aid spray. Plus, if I do that, I have to draw the encounter card, and I really don't want to do that. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not going to really matter. He's still going to try to come at me. So yeah, that's fine. We'll just, no, we're going to change that. I am going to go 1, but then what we're going to do is we'll use the green herb that she just got in order to heal herself for 1, and then we're going to take the chance. Let's go ahead and Keeper's Diary this. Boop, pick that up for, we moved over for 1, a pickup for 2. We'll see what it is after we check out Keeper's Diary, which says that we have to, after we do a search action and it's resolved, so we grab whatever it is first, we draw an encounter card. And I'll go up here, by the way. B. Be a first aid spray. Yes, good first aid spray. Keep her alive. Must keep her alive forever. 2 zombies. Okay, cool. That's what's in the room now. All right, so 1's gonna go here and 1's gonna go here. I have 2 actions left, but the problem is because Forrest moves so fast, he's gonna be on me regardless of anything, and any damage he takes, oh man, that's gonna be terrible. All right, I have to do something. So I can go 1, 2 over there. And that's going to be the end of her turn because she moved for 1, picked up for 2, and then 3, 4 right there. He'll move up 1. Forrest will move right on me, and you'll move over 1. And the problem is I can't like hit this space with anything. I can focus fire with my handgun and only choose to hit certain ones, so long as I don't hit the whole space. I mean, it's also possible to do it with the assault shotgun if I only get like the line, but if I get the burst symbol, then everything in this thing gets hit, and that's bad. Oh, that's bad. Okay, well, that is the end of Jill's turn anyway. Oh, my goodness. Deadly Rasp. We're not in the skull, thank goodness. Draw an encounter card, because that's just what she needs. 2 more zombies! 2 more zombies! Come on! I don't know what she's going to do, but I don't like this room. I don't like this room at all. Thank goodness she has, man, if I was 1 space forward, I wouldn't even have to do that because you don't draw encounter cards here, but, oh man, it's, okay, well, her next turn is going to be an interesting one for sure. Rebecca, you need to get her out of there. You need to get her out of there immediately. Was that, oh, that's right, the zombie dropped the A item. I forgot about that. So technically, the A item was right there. Sure, she'll pick it up for 1 because Jill has other things to worry about right now. 2, 3, and 4, and then next turn she'll get into here and figure out and try to get that win thing open. You are open. Rebecca's all like, la la la, look at all the fun, pretty things. Kerosene container. Actually, not a bad idea to have as well. I may retcon something that I did. Hold on. Okay, so she picked up for 1. I think then what I'm going to do is we're going to do 2, 3 in order to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 back into the flamethrower, and then action number 4. So she's literally on the same spot that she started with. But now she has 9 shots in this flamethrower, and all of her kerosene has been filled back up. So that's a better move for her. She is all clear. Jill, not so much. All right, well, I know I need a medium dodge in order to get out of here. So that's going to be the first thing. We got it. We got a large dodge, actually. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll go right there for 4. Just see, or maybe right here. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter which way we go with that. Oh my gosh. The idea is just getting Forrest separated from the pack, and that's what's happening right now. So Forrest, he'll go 1 and 2, and this horde of zombies, each one of them on a different spot. 1, 2, 3, and that one will move up right there. Yeah, that's really going to be the end of that. You know what? I'm going to put myself right here instead of right there, because then on her next turn, she can fire straight ahead with the assault shotgun, just hit him, and then Forrest will move on her. She can get out of the way and then start attacking the other ones. It all sounds so nice and looks good on paper. Good criminy disease clause. At the end of each character's turn, discard 1. If a character is hit by an enemy, they are poisoned as an additional effect. Oh my goodness. So that's just there for the next, it's the end of her turn, so 3 more wound tokens on it. And at least Rebecca only is going to be the one the majority of the time dealing with it. Jill will just have to figure it out on her next turn. All right, Rebecca. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's actually do something now and help Jill. For all we know, we could just get her in, hit the button, and then close the door behind her, and she'll be good to go. Actually, that's not a bad idea. It'll stop all the zombies. It won't stop Forrest. Forrest is going to keep coming in, but it'll stop all the zombies. I do have to kill those zombies, though, because if too many of them are running around, then that's going to actually increase the mansion's danger level. And I don't want to do that. Now, Jill is going to go. First thing we're going to do is we're going to fire the assault shotgun from... You know what? No. I'm going to take the handgun. I have 3 shots left. We're going to try to, focus everybody into one spot. Handgun, 3 shots. So we're aiming at that zombie that's all the way on the other end of the hallway. If I turn into a corpse, that's fine too, but hey, we'll see what we got. Okay, so I just pushed it. I pushed it twice, technically. Rule of pushing, which is, I don't understand this, but he has stumbled backwards into this spot. Forrest has moved up on me. These 2 have moved in. He has moved up. Do I have to push him that much?
A few moments later.
I mean, it just says in the book that he's pushed to an adjacent spot. So maybe he was here, he pulled forward, and then fell backwards. So that would put 3 of them on that spot. I'm going to do that. I'm going to say that's how that works. So that was one action. Our second action is to get away from Forrest again, which we do. Fantastic. So I'll get back here. We'll figure that out later. So that's action 2. Action 3 will be right here. Forrest is still going to get on me anyway, so I'm going to go right here. fired for 1. Action 2 would be to move up. I know I should probably hold off on some of my grenade rounds, but I think what I'm going to do is I will fire that into that group. 1 grenade shot into that, because no matter what I do, as long as I don't roll a blank, please don't roll a blank, I will destroy all the zombies in that spot, which is 3 zombies gone, and that will be fantastic. Don't roll a blank. Don't roll a blank. Don't roll a blank. Okay, it's the biggest one I can hit. It's a 3-shotter, but that doesn't matter. It hits everything in the square. Okay, so once again, gabooey, gabooey, gabooey. Everybody, I love to do a big explosion. Oh, everyone explodes. All right, so that's 3 gone. That's actually really helpful for everything as well. Forrest has heard that, and he comes up on me. And right here. So I did 1 shot, move, 3. I need to just move out of the way. Oh, there we go, a little one right there. Haha, take that, Forrest. And I'm just going to go whoop, right down that way. That's going to be the end of her turn. I can't believe I managed to survive that. Well, I'm not out of it yet. 1, 2. Taking 1 off at the end of Jill's turn for Disease Claws, and technically Supply Cache has triggered as well. This also says if the character's inventory is full, it goes into the item box. So for Rebecca, she's going to pull an A item, which is a kerosene tank, and that's going to do nothing, but I am going to just pull it out of the A deck. And shotgun shells are going to go into the, the item box. So hooray for that. Thank you, Jill. She has shotgun shells here, which I may use for the assault shotgun, and we'll have these in the item box for later. Fantastic. Now she ends her turn. Not really, but hey, Rebecca can finally open the door and get her out of there. Moving on in for 1 and taking this. Yep, let's go ahead and do that. We're getting low. We're getting very low. A Cerberus spawned in our room. Okay. I think I'm on it, right? Yeah, I'm on 1. And then, of course, the Wingcrest is on the other one. Hooray. Fun. All right, so I moved in for 1. We'll go 2. We'll burn the dog. Going to do it right here. Just be simple about it. Yep, there we go. Blah, 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 blah. So we used a flamethrower round, so we are down to 8. The burning has happened to the dog. Poof. And we are on the Windcrest for the ability to push it on her next turn. Yes, because it was entering the room for 1, moving to get closer to the dog, burning it because it's a range of 1 on the flamethrower, and then onto the spot. All clear. Jill, run. First dodge is a failure. Ouch. So she takes a hit, and she's going to push Forrest out that way. Second move. Third move. Fine. Fourth move. She got the little dodge right there. So shaboom, right there. So she did take 1 hit, which is fine. Enemy reactions. He's going to go up on her, and Forrest is going to go 1, 2, giving chase as he does. So, a little bit of a bite right there. That's okay. She got plenty of healing on her. I know I got to reload the shotgun eventually, but I'm scared. I don't really want to do that. Treacherous footing. Actually, this is good. The character begins their tile. So, on her next turn, she only is going to be able to move 3. I'll leave it next to it, just in the same spot, but I should be okay with it. Rebecca now will be able to finally open that door. Action number 1. Click, click, she pushes the wind crest. That means that we can come over here and flip that face down. So wind A doors flip over to their closed side. I need this open in order to be able to meet back up with Jill. And then this up here, wind B flips open to the open side, and now Jill will be able to get to that part of the room. So that was 1. She'll go in for 2, pick up that B item for 3, and then walk back onto this for 4. So we know that this B item is a grenade, so she's immediately going to grab that for her. That's okay. Everything else is what it is. I'm going to move some of this stuff over, just kind of spread it out a bit, I guess. Right. End turn. All clear. Wonder if I should go and... No, still got plenty in that. We'll see what happens. Jill only has 3 movement, and that'll put her right here at the front of the door. So, okay, so she took a bite, pushes, 2, 3. Okay, so she did take another damage, moves 1 and moves 2, but she should be able to get through that door and leave at least that one zombie behind. Disease Claw has been gone since, like, she's not poisoned, so that should be gone by now. Right there, that was actually gone like 2 turns ago. I just forgot to remove it. So she is not poisoned, but as you can see, she is starting to hurt pretty badly. 2 first aid sprays, which is nice, and she will have 4 turns on her next turn. During the next player's turn, which is you, well, it's for everybody. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, this remains in play for 1 round. So that means all of those enemies are going to get an extra movement, including Forrest. And then the thing is, Rebecca needs to just sit there because she has to push the button again, and Jill needs to get through the door first. So Rebecca is just going to end her turn. Now Jill's going to go again. Run, Jill, run! 1, 2, exploration card. Number 2, let's finish filling in this map. All right, I like it better when a lot of the map is filled in. And this is it. This is all we got to worry about right now. So we came in right on top. Of course, we're on top of a corpse. So that's always fun. I got to roll as soon as I'm done here. And then drawing a card from the encounter deck, because there's only 1 in that. I do like that one room to the left down there with the 2 A items. I could technically open it. It is locked now, but I really just want to run away and get out of what I have to get out of. I do have a zombie and a hunter in order to deal with, but I got to get that C item first off and then get to that exit room to let Rebecca in. Okay, so we got everything over here all added in. So we are here. We got to run down, up, over, and down and get Rebecca from here. Because this is, again, I do have the cards that say it's a one-way door, but this is just a one-way door. Rebecca cannot open this from her side. Jill has to let her in, go into this room. We would have collected a C item by then, and then we can exit. Thank goodness. It's 3, fun. Jill does not, and she does have 2 first aid sprays because she may need it depending on what this pull is. All right, what do we got here? Crows. Crows are right by her. Okay, there it is. So many different and annoying things in this area. Oh boy. Okay, so we did that. That's fine. Do I have to avoid crows like everything else? Yeah, I would say so. I don't really want to do anything to draw anybody to me. So I moved 1, 2, 3, and then I want to just get out of the way of the crows. I did it. I did it with the medium dodge and 4. So that's fine. Remember, the crows will always move 2 spaces towards me if they ever hear gunshots. That is the end of her turn. We got a lot of things that's reacting right now. First off, Forrest walks in. This walks here. And then he moves 1 onto the C item. And I believe the hunters move 2 spaces because that's all connected here. Yep, 2 spaces. I mean, Rebecca is free and clear at this moment just to kind of do whatever she needs to do. But poor Jill. Oh my goodness, poor Jill. I could open that, that sun door, like I said, but I'd rather, we'll see what happens. First things first, she's going to push the win button and turn back on the, I think they had this upside down the whole time. Fun. Turn back on the wind doors. Well, turn them on and off. So this actually shuts, but Forrest will be able to burst right through it. It won't unlock for him, but Forrest will still be able to get through because doors mean nothing to that crazy zombie. And now this is also open, giving Rebecca what she needs in order to get into this room, which is what I'm saying. She could hit the sun thing to open it up, but I think that's just going to waste too much time because I don't really need to get into the moon. Oh, I need to get to the star room. I have to get to the star room. The moon is fine, actually. So yeah, I can just go back in, hit the star, and then run back here and wait for Jill. So let's do that. So I was 1, 2, 3, 4, and she's just going to run. She does have to do a pull when she gets in here, but that's the least of her worries. All right. Foreboding scene. Place this card next to the closest unexplored tile. That's kind of where she's going into. When the encounter token is removed, add an additional encounter token, then discard this card. I guess technically this room would be that, so I'll put it here, but again, what's fine is that she's going to go in, explore it, and then never need to come back here again. So that I find that fine. All right, Jill, what are you going to do? Oh man, you are in such a little pickle right here. Because if I turn, man, Force is going to burst right in through. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's how she's going to end her turn. She's going to end her turn right there. All the enemies are going to react. Crows don't go anywhere. You move 1, and the hunter actually moves 2, putting him, dang, doors and walls and just tight, cramped spaces. They're right there. I can turn and I can see them just as is. So that's prime, what is it? Grenade launcher shot right there for her, getting rid of both of them. Forrest goes right through the door because he don't care. Thank goodness that one room she's going into doesn't have any encounter draws. Not really all clear, but you know, it is what it is. Go, Rebecca. 1, 2, 3. Do I just walk in and do it? Because it would spawn right here, but then it also would get its reaction as well. That door is not going to close no matter what, so it's going to follow her, and I do have another pull on this side. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait on that, because then I can walk in, because Jill's going to take a turn anyway in order to do what she has to do. So Rebecca is fine right there. I even might reset this on Rebecca's turn after I do everything, just because this is getting pretty low so far. And we're getting all the all clears now, which is fine, but, you know, it's potential to be a lot worse. Jill, grenade launcher, firing it off right in front of her. All right, we need that burst symbol. Let's go. Boom, shock, yes, boom, baby, blow that thing away, finally. I've gotten far enough away from Forrest that I can deal with this. Boom, another incendiary grenade. Trying not to use them all, so at least I have some for future missions. Boom. Oh, you know what I keep forgetting to do? I keep forgetting to do his dodge. Oh, no. Uh-oh. All right, so we'll do this for him right here. All right, it's a 5, so he didn't he took the damage and he died. I'm just kind of curious about the other one. Would have been a 5 as well. Okay, cool. I got to remember that with the hunters. But the hunters, you have to roll because they have like evasion, which I think would have been smarter to call it like hard skin or something, because they may not die whenever you do a big attack on them, but it is what it is. Crows move 2 because they draw on the noise. Forrest moves 2 because he's Forrest. That was 1, 2, 3, and I will pick up this C item for 4. It's going to go right into my the item box as soon as I grab it. Just because I'm pretty sure that's what happens with all C items. If you grab it and you have no room in your inventory to hold it, it just gets transferred right to the item box, because these are important items and you don't want to have to worry about running all over the place and throwing things around and using things you don't want to use before using. You know what? No, I changed my mind. I'm going to do that my next turn. I talk about all that, but I think what I really want to do is first reload the shotgun. Yes, so I'm going to do that. It's going to be my final action. Reload the shotgun for 4. 1, 2, no, I take it back. I'd rather use that one more time. I don't want to waste any shells. Picking it up. The stone ring. Discard this card and the metal object at the same time and add that item card to this character's inventory. So that's going to be what we need in order to access the graveyard and move forward with that. I don't think I have the metal object yet, and I don't think I get that to the end of the Into the Darkness expansion. So having this in our inventory, or at least in our item box, is going to be very helpful. Last thing is a reaction with Forrest moving 2, trying to catch up to us the best that he can. Explosive zombie, you stay away from me. And then we'll draw attention card for Jill. No escape. Blah, 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 blah. Enemies on the tiles. Perform a reaction. I'm going to have Forrest perform a reaction just because I can. I don't like it, but it's what's going to happen. All right, so that's the reaction from Forrest. We're getting close. Rebecca moves in for 1 and does a pull. Okay, she gets, after resolving all spell entry cards while this, after this, whatever, replace the closest corpse with a zombie. That's actually going to be on Jill's side. Okay. All right, so that's going to be really all the way up here with Jill. I'm just going to put this on right now. I think that's how it works. So that's another zombie running around right there. All right. 2, Click, click for 3. Flipping the star one over. Nope, that's the sun. So the star goes over. So all the star doors now switch. So this one closes. Don't have to worry about that again. Good thing I pushed the button before I left there, else that would have been annoying. And this one opens, giving Jill the access she needs in order to get into that room, which she is very, very close to. And we're going to move Rebecca back 1. I think what she is going to do is she's going to run down and save, and then she's going to hightail it over to this room as fast as she can. I say save, but reset the tension deck. Hiya, all clear. Jill goes, and she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, putting her right outside that door. Again, giving her a little bit of time to get in there, do what she's got to do around here before anything else happens. Forrest moving on in, and the zombie actually lurches forward as well. All right, now it's her. All clear. I know I'm putting a lot of bad stuff still back into there if I do the shuffle, but I really think that's the thing to do. So 1, 2, back to Rebecca. Okay, so I just need to be in an adjacent square in order to use this. So 1, and let's go ahead and type on the typewriter for 2. And I remember all of those cards that had like other tokens on them and everything are not in here. So that's all the good stuff, and the bad stuff will not get shuffled back together. All right, there we go. All good there. So with that done, it was 1, use the ink ribbon for 2, 3, and 4. So now she's gonna get over to this room on her next turn. This has been used. We get 1 free one at the beginning of every adventure and scenario, whatever, and all clear. Okay, Jill. 1, here we go. First pull. After resolving all spell entry cards, replace the closest corpse with a zombie. I don't think there's any more corpses on the board, so that's really good, actually. Hey, there she is, Lisa. Lisa has finally joined us. Hooray. Seriously, it was only a matter of time before Lisa Trevor showed her ugly face. Ah, what is that thing? Holy jeez. I don't think we're going to get the healing on this. Because of the fact that we have lots of enemies here. So let's go ahead, and we did 1. Let's do 2, and she is in range, so I'm going to fire my grenade launcher at her. No, never mind. I take it back. I'm going to use the assault shotgun. We have 2 more actions, so hopefully I'll be able to kill her. I won't kill her this time, so our last 2 actions are going to do that, and it's going to draw force right to us, but that's okay. All right, so that's 1 action with 1 shot to her, so she's taken 1 damage. All right, let's go ahead and do it again. Okay, good. Boom, boom, boom. That's 2 more damage, 3 damage, our last 2 actions, and 2 assault shotgun ammo. That's now down to 0, so I will have to reload that next turn. Long range firing from Jill. I should have used the pawn that actually had the shotgun in hand. Boom, boom, firing. Lisa's mad and runs away. We'll probably see her soon. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Forrest because he is attracted. 1, 2 for that. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the birds. Yeah, everyone's just kind of coming in on this party. And then that is going to be the end of her turn. 1, 2, Forrest is on the spot. You don't move, and you move 1 right there. I'm going to need to open that door, and if I can get Forrest out and run back in, I might be able to earn a healing. Who knows right at this point. Respite. Oh, here we are. So I don't have to draw up to 6 tension cards from that room. Oh, that's really good. I like that. Basically, you put 6 wound tokens on this tile, and when you go to draw a tension card, you take one of those instead, which is pretty good for me to just kind of run around and lead Forrest out of here. So maybe that is what I do. Rebecca, however, is going to go 1, 2, and we're going to draw 1. She can't get into the room, but at least she'll be able to go and fight a zombie. Sure, so we'll fight a zombie while we're here. So that's going to go right here. Turn that around. Who am I looking at? Flamethrower him. Boom, right there, really quick. I just want to kind of get rid of this. Goodbye. What I do? 1, 2, 3, and 4. She is right outside the door. Now also, foreboding scene pops in, and then this would go now to the discard pile. All right, that would go there. It's the end of Rebecca's turn. Jill needs to open the door and get her on there. And as much as I would enjoy being able to grab these items and just kind of figure things out, we're going to roll to avoid. We do. So we avoid Forrest for 1. She kicks open the door for 2. Get in here, you. I don't know where he's going to go. So I'm just going to go 3 and lead him towards her. So that's going to be the end of Jill's turn. You're going to move in. You'll move in. Okay, this is it. We're ending it. Here we go. All clear. Rebecca goes in, and I'm going to be honest with you, we are going to end it right here. If it wasn't for Forrest, we would be able to heal Jill with anything other than what we got. But as is, we have now successfully completed the basement and have earned the reward hidden underneath. All right, end phase time. First things first, our mention level does increase by 1, so we are at 8. I'm still fine where all this is. We got 2 more boss encounters coming up, so that's plenty of ways in order to lower it down and keep it low. I'm really not worried about us getting to red at all for the rest of the campaign, unless we really mess up and have a bunch of zombies just kind of chill out. Speaking of which, let's head on over here to the next 2 things. No corpses. I'm really shocked. I thought there were going to be at least 2 or 3 corpses. There are none on the board. However, there are 2 actual zombies, 3 if you count Forrest. Crimson Heads do not count for this, at least as far as I know of in anything. If they were, then we would be at 5. But this is just zombies themselves. So we are at, I'm going to say, I'll say 2. 3 if you count Forrest. But Forrest is now going to be locked down here in the basement for all time. It was some good running, Jill. That was some good running. Where were you? Crimson Head's website. Oh yeah, no, I pulled Lisa from here. Right. Oh God, that would have spawned a Crimson Head. Oh my goodness, geez. Okay, yeah, right. Oh yeah, drag shackles. That's what I was really worried about in here. I just wanted to kind of bury it. Did I bury it? Oh, wait. Oh, there it is. All right, so it's near the bottom that way anyway. Oh, that is the worst. All right, so with that all said and done, let's go ahead and do this. We cannot heal Jill through the healing part of this, so step 6 is actually skipped for us this time. That also means that I can't use anything either, by the way. So our first aid sprays, I can't even use on her right now. So she is starting whatever I put her in next, which, as far as I'm concerned, will be the next one, at half health. So I do got to keep in mind for that. Brad is now fully healed, if I can remember, or maybe he only heals by 1. I got to double check, but he'll be fine. I'm not really too worried about it. Let's reload some stuff. The flamethrower is back up to 10. The regular shotgun is up to 4. She never used that, but, you know, the flamethrower is just OP altogether. We got 2 more incendiary grenades, so that's up to 4. The assault shotgun, I'm going to put it at 2, but then I'm going to use this shotgun shell from Jill, and we're going to put it all the way back up to 6, prepping that for the next time. And the handgun goes from 0 to 15. Yeah, I think we use those pretty well. Otherwise, all of this goes back into the inventory, into our item box. We do have a new thing of shotgun shells in there as well, which is great. And of course, the stone ring. We gotta get out of here. Go. Out this way. Shut the door. Wow, that must have been a really strong door. Yeah, I know. Poor Forrest. I don't think we're ever going to see him again. You think so? These cards can be pretty weird. What are you talking about, cards? Never mind. So, Jill, how are you doing? Do you know where Chris and Barry are? Oh, actually, I do. Let's go find them. All right. I honestly don't remember exactly where Zombie Forrest is in the mansion when you play the video games. I always remember him on this side, but I could just be misremembering that. Or maybe that's the original one and not the remake. I really can't remember off the top of my head, but this whole exploding zombie thing is wild. If you're going to actually incorporate this into your game, they do suggest that you put it in earlier, and then he's just like a threat for every scenario. I just wanted to put him in just to show you guys how he works, what his functions are, and then to have a little bit fun while we ran around the basement, which, by the way, let's go ahead and star that up. That is another success in the books. I really thought we were going to bite the big one for this one, to be honest with you, because he was getting like really bunched up with enemies, and because I couldn't just unload on things, you had to be very careful about where it is you were firing and who you were firing at and all that other stuff. So with that said, guys, we have now finished, well, this side of the manor for now. Once we get through the crypts, you're technically going back down into the middles and everything, but the west side of the manor is pretty much all been explored and done, and that's why I wanted to do the basement, because the last C item should be gotten here, and then the item that we need in order to unlock the crypts, which we got the metal ring, but we need the metal, the actual metal to put into it, won't be gotten until we have finished Into the Darkness, which is all this here. You'll have a boss fight along this way, along with some wild thing with a big boulder, and then some other fun stuff along the way. I also wanted to have a fun little narrative as to why Jill and Rebecca, because I am going to use them for First Floor EC, are on this side of the manor already. It's like this was the last place that Rebecca remembered seeing Chris, so she is taking her all the way over here, and they just happen to find an area that is unexplored, so they figured, hey, maybe Chris and Barry are there. And then from there, I'll figure out who I want to take into the caverns with me, because I did Chris and Richard all the way through here. Well, no, Chris and Richard went through the Aqua Wing. Barry and Rebecca, I think, did the guardhouse, whatever. Or no, Barry and Joseph did here. I kind of pair them off or whatever as we go along. Plus, there's still a few other characters that we can find. Speaking of finding, I haven't found my advanced, Brad yet, but I do want to use him in the future because I think he is playable after he has become advanced. Yes, he's been in reserve this whole time, but maybe he's grown a little bit of a spine since he's been running through the mansion doing all of those missions. In any case, guys, thank you for joining me on this latest session through Resident Evil, the board game. Let me know what you thought of the basement scenario down in the comment section below. What you think of that whole switching of the switching, back and forth, opening door, shutting door, things along that ways. I actually really liked it. I usually watch like playthroughs of these things before I do them just to get a kind of handle on what people find confusing about the puzzles or strategies or things along that ways. I didn't watch a single thing this time. Most people I see play do solo mode, and you can't play that mission true solo. You need somebody running around flipping switches. But as you saw with Rebecca, she wasn't really accosted all that much. Like occasionally here and there, whenever like the encounter tokens respawned, but you deck them out with enough, and you have some good dice rolls, by the way, you can survive well while whoever you're playing with runs around and does all the majority of the work, as they have been doing anyway. So would love to hear what you guys think down in the comment section below about that. Would love to hear what you think about the entire campaign as a whole, and I cannot wait to start over on this area, because we'll be going into the second expansion, fighting another boss, and this is really leading up to, there's 10 missions left before the finale. 2 of them are bosses, so they're pretty quick, and then the last one is against the Tyrant itself, which is considered a boss. And so 3 are bosses and 7 are big missions, and we'll see how they go going forward. I don't know how long this one is. I apologize if it's super long. I don't want to cut this one up. It's just going to go out as is. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you all again. If you are looking for anything else in relation to this game, be sure to check down in the description section below. I'll have as many links as I can down there for you. And of course, if you don't want to miss the next episode of Resident Evil, the board game, or any other fun thing I put out for you to enjoy, be sure you are subscribed to the Home Gamer Dad. I'm a little off, but that's okay. It's still in the middle anyway. As I just mentioned, if you wish to support the channel even further, there's a ton of ways to do that down in the description section, affiliate links, memberships, Patreon, all that stuff. But no matter what, and you guys are really, really awesome with all of this, and thank you. Your view, your like, sharing this video, I'd love to know where you guys share it to, and then leaving your comments down below about how you like it, you dislike it, things that I did, things that you agree with or disagree with, or just, general discussions. All of that goes a long way to helping the channel grow, and I thank you guys so much for it. Take care of yourselves and each other. We are family forever, gaming together. Hope you guys had an explosive time with this one, because next time we're going to be just kind of exploring around a little bit more. I actually have no idea what we're going to be doing in C, but I can't wait to do it. Catch you all later.